field of stem cell research has actually going to revolutionize medicine as we know it. Much like the laser technology and antibiotics did in the past, stem cells are going to revolutionize how we treat patients. In the fat tissues, these adult stem cells are the most concentrated amount of stem cells of any body tissue, and they're the most accessible of all body tissues. Stem cells found in your own fat, we're able to do many different treatments with them, both cosmetic and reconstructive, and using the power of stem cells to treat the damaged tissues and rejuvenate them. In the beginning, we were using the adult stem cell technology for burns and ulcers and wound healing. Basically, any type of skin that needs to be regenerated because either there was an ulcer or burn. What we were using these new technologies to help rejuvenate the tissues and to bring in the skin to close it. While we were doing these treatments, we found the skin was getting much better and it was healing. In the laboratory, we went and looked at how these cells try to heal things and how they try to come together. And we found that they're using the languages that they use. They're using chemical language to get together. And the chemical language is what we have taken and put into Luminensce. And the product that we have is purely the chemical language without the cells themselves. So the technology that we have is based on the idea that if the stem cells can do such great things from within, what can we do from the skin to stimulate this process, to improve the skin and rejuvenate the skin? So when we went to the laboratory and we saw how the stem cells communicate with one another, and we saw that if we take this and we would bottle the language and put it on the skin, then you would stimulate the cells to actually rejuvenate themselves. And the cells would then help to tone the skin, improve the skin texture, and really rejuvenate from within. Adult stem cells are cells that are found in your body after you are born. That's why they call them adult. Even though you're an infant, you have adult stem cells. Once you are born, these stem cells are able to go and help repair, replace dead tissue. As the cells turn over, they produce new cells. They're able to repair the cells or any damage in the body. They are programmed to hone in to areas of problems or inflammation, of any damage that's done, and go and repair them. Luminensce does not contain any live cells whatsoever. It does not contain any cells. What it contains is the products that the cells have produced, which is cytokines, interleukins, growth factors, prostaglandins, and these chemical language that they have produced in the laboratory is what we are bottled in Luminensce. But the cells themselves, they're not in the product. Just like cells that are in our bodies need nutrients to grow, basically the cells in the dish need nutrients to grow. And those nutrients are basically sugars, and they're very natural products. There's the product that we're having, the Luminensce product, is the most natural product, is the most green product you can get. It is taking fat from your body, taking the most natural things that the body produces, and bottling the that to be reintroduced to your skin. So we don't have anything in there that is not natural. In that petri dish, the medium allows the cells to thrive. The medium is basically nutrients, mostly sugars, that help the cells to survive outside of the body. And while they're trying to find one another, they're producing this language. And that's basically how we get the cells to produce this cytokines and interleukins for us. The nutrient-rich ingredients plus all the language of the cells.
Okay.
The main factor, if you just take the nutrients and put it on your skin, is not going to do the same thing as the stem cell product that is being produced. So the stem cells are producing the products and releasing it into this medium, the nutrient medium that we have them growing in, and that's where the change really comes from. When we use this product, it does many different things. It goes into the skin and helps to regenerate new collagen, new elastin, but I think because of all the different things we've seen, that most of the effect that we see for, let's say, rosacea, we see anti-inflammatory effects, or people with acne, we see anti-inflammatory effects, where the redness goes away and their skin gets better. And I think part of that treatment that we're giving is because this language is able to go and prevent the breakdown of tissues. So a lot of people ask me when they're younger, can I use this product? And I say yes, because it's preventative. It's probably going to help you prevent a lot of the damage that occurs over the years just because of the natural breakdown of the tissues. The product will probably help to maintain your tissue's youth and vitality. So the body is using a natural means to communicate, using chemicals that we have put in Luminensce. Luminensce, once you put it on your skin, is now able to communicate with your cells and to help repair, regenerate, and rejuvenate. The product can be used on at any age. The younger you are to use something, you're more likely you are to prevent damage. Because what the cytokines and the interleukins and the chemical language that's in Luminensce, what it does, it prevents the breakdown of tissues. If you wait till you have all the wrinkles and you have all of the sun damage, now you have to reverse a lot of the sun damage and reverse a lot of this aging process, and it's a lot harder to reverse something than to maintain something. So if you are starting to just see the signs of aging and you use it, you're going to get much better effect than if you have a lot of sun damage and you start to use it. You will get improvement, but you'll still have the damage that's done that has to be undone over the years. The Luminensce works as an anti-inflammatory. When you're putting these the Luminensce and we see the effects on the skin, we see people with acne, with burns, with rosacea get much better. The redness goes away, and that anti-inflammatory process is basically the anti-aging process. It's because it prevents the breakdown of tissue. So if you're young and you're trying to maintain yourself and you're putting on Luminensce, you're more likely to maintain a healthy tissue than if you weren't putting it on. Topical creams such as moisturizers, sunblocks, and soaps, they generally just work on the outside of the skin. They try to restore the moisture in the skin, but they don't really go down into the cellular level. Here with Luminensce, we're not really trying to just moisturize or cover the skin. We're going down using the language that the cells use to talk to one another to get the cells to do our work for us, to tell the cells not to break down collagen, not to break down elastin, to build up the collagen, to build up the elastin, to bring new blood vessels, to take away the inflammation. And that can only be done at a cellular level. Cutting-edge cosmetic surgery without the cutting. Luminensce is your cellular rejuvenation serum. So basically, you're going to wash your face, then put on Luminensce. And on top of that, you probably want to use a good sunscreen or a good moisturizer. If you have acne, you want to use your acne products that will exfoliate, like Retin A. And it's safe to use in combination with the other products. And I encourage my patients to use it in combination with a good sunblock especially. If you already have good skin and you don't need much, I would use a wash, Luminensce, and then sunscreen. When you look at cellular rejuvenation, nothing is going to be immediately visible to most people, because the cells take time to rejuvenate and to produce and renew themselves. When you look at instant results from cosmetic products, they're just seeing a result that is on the skin, not within the skin. So they're seeing some tightening of the skin through a reaction that is being done with the chemical. But once you wash it off, or once it wears off, your skin goes back to where it was. But here, we're not doing just a cover. We're not doing a cover-up. We're doing true rejuvenation from within. The effect of the Luminensce product on the skin is cumulative. So the longer you use it, the more effect you will see, because it will maintain you, it will rejuvenate you, and the change is, like we said, it's at the cellular level, so it will not just go away immediately if you wash your face and you take off the product. The effect doesn't go away. The products that you see tightening immediately on the skin, when you wash it off, the effect goes away because the product is gone. And that's the main difference between Luminensce and most of the other cosmetic products. I recommend my patients to use Luminensce after they wash their face, morning and night. So twice a day, and I would use enough to cover the entire surface of the skin that we want to treat. Luminensce is a very natural product, so it's very safe, and you can use it as much as you want. If you want to shower in it, if you want to bathe in it, you can bathe in it. In fact, for patients who have burns or who have a lot of inflammatory things, I may tell them to use it 3 or 4 times a day so that they can get a faster result. But for everyday use, I think it's just easier for most people to use it morning when they wake up and at night before they go to sleep. In the marketplace, I don't know of anyone marketing adult stem cell products like Luminensce has. There are products out there saying that they are stem cell products from apples and other plants, but they're not producing the same language as your own body's stem cells are, and the language that we're using is human adult cell language. So it's a pretty unique product in that manner. Luminensce is very unique in that once you put it on, not only you see improvement, everybody else who looks at you sees it and comments that you look good. That's because the Luminensce product technology delivers the language of the stem cells to renew the skin. So it tones the skin, it reduces the pores, it tightens up the skin, It reduces the redness of the skin and basically gives you a overall glow, and the skin looks much more youthful and vibrant. If you use it for about 2 or 3 months, you will start to notice the difference. Anytime you're regenerating your elastin and your collagen, and you're renewing your cells, you're going to reduce fine lines and wrinkles. If you have a lot of sun damage, or if you have a very expressive face, those creases are going to be harder to get rid of, but the fine lines, most people see a major improvement in those within those time frame of use. Surprisingly, a lot of my patients, a lot of people who use it, have come up to me and said that they've seen a much improvement in their skin discoloration. Some of it is hormonally based, some of it is from sun damage. But not all patients will see a complete clearing of the sun damage, but they do see an improvement. Their skin is softer, smoother, tighter, and more vibrant, more youthful, much more glowing. And the product will continue to do this as long as they're using it. They will see the benefits. Everybody has the same genetic makeup. We're all human. And what we're using is the language of the cells that they talk to each other. So everyone from all different backgrounds will benefit from it. Be it an African or Asian or European or American, they all will benefit from the product because the language is universal. In fact, if your skin is dry, the Luminensce will help to make it more moist. If it's too oily, it will help to balance it, because the whole technology is based on delivering the language to bring the balance into the skin. And if you have the ability to do that using the stem cell technology, that technology is universal and can be applied across all colors and ethnicities. What's incredible about stem cell technology with the stem cell lift and Luminensce is that we're able to deliver to people the closest thing to the fountain of youth.